Our lines of inquiry are ways we have changed the planet, impact of environmental changes on life, and our responsibility towards sustaining the environment.
Our key concepts are change, connection, and responsibility.
Over to Mukilan. Our key conceptual questions are form. What are the major forms of environmental issues? Connection. What do environmental issues affect humans? Causation. What is the main cause for environmental issues? Our group believes that they are global warming, pollution, and climate change. Global warming is the increase of the Earth's temperature over a long period of time. Then pollution. Pollution is when humans release harmful material into, into the earth. Then carbon emission. Carbon emission is when you pollute air with harmful materials. Then responsibility. What is our responsibility towards saving the environment? So it's to avoid harming the planet, like polluting, and to try to save the planet, like avoiding using fossil fuel cars in short distance trips.
Our first line of inquiry, which is ways we have changed the planet, is connected to the key concept change. And we have changed the planet in two ways, which is negatively and positively. Negatively, as we are harming the fish's habitat, which is the ocean, and melting the ice caps of the polar bears. And positively, as many countries are trying to spread awareness of pollution and global warming, and they have many initiatives to recycle their waste. A second line of inquiry, which is impact of environmental changes on life, is focused on three main key key yeah. They are animals, humans, plants, and trees. Animals, as the ice caps are melting because of us and we're ruining everyone's habitats. Humans, as they are getting various diseases like cancer and asthma, and plants and trees because of excessive rainfall and acid rain.
And our third line of inquiry, which is our responsibility towards sustaining the environment. So, this line of inquiry, the third line of inquiry, is connected to key concept, key concept responsibility. So, one of our major responsibility to sustain the environment is to use non-renewable energy wisely. So, some ways are use less petrol, use bicycle more often, use car polling, and which saves a lot of petrol, and use solar panel and windmill to power your houses, and turn off the lights and AC when not needed. Also use the 6R, which are reuse, recycle, reduce, repair, and refuse, and rethink.
So we had a guest speaker session with a person named Uzma Sheikh. We learned that in olden times, people used hardened atta to craft tools, which was very useful. So you can do that in your own house using different methods and ways instead of buying bad plastic materials.
We have connected our topic to three UN Sustainable Development Goals. The first one is SDG 7. SDG 7 is affordable and clean energy. The UN has ensured by 2030 Majority of people will have access to clean energy which is affordable to them. Then we've connected it to SDG 11, which is sustainable cities and communities. The UN ensures that by 2030 it will create adequate, safe households for people and it will upgrade slums. Then we've connected it to SDG 13, which is climate action. So the UN will build up national goals and rules and plannings so it can try to protect countries from becoming too reliant on fossil fuels.
Now that we learned that how UN is promoting sustainability, let me tell you how is UAE promoting sustainability. Dama, which means sustainability in Arabic, was introduced by Abu Dhabi in the year of 2009. And Abu Dhabi was the first ever city to introduce sustainability in the Middle East. Some sustainable developments in the UAE are the Expo 2021 site and Sustainable City. For our math integration, we made a survey and we got 327 responses. I'm only going to be saying a few of those questions. So, one of our questions is what type of bottle do you use on an average day? Well, 138 people said that they use plastic on an average day, which is almost the majority. That is good because more people are starting to understand rather than using a plastic bottle since it's not harmful, use metal, steel, or glass also. Metal and steel was 102 people, otherwise known as 31.2%. And another one of our questions is which bulb do you prefer? We gave 4 options: LED light, incandescent bulb, compact fluorescent bulb, and the halogen bulb. So the majority of people said that they prefer LED light. Well, that is also very good because LED light is the best type of light for the environment. 279 people said that they use LED light. And also, for our language integration, we made reports on our topics. This is Nadal's report on global warming. This is Ariman's report on recycling. And lastly, this is my report on pollution. For our art integration, we made different drawings and paintings. I'm going to be explaining mine. Mine is a drawing based on the concept that one side of the earth is bad and one side of the earth is good. As you can see on this, the good side of earth, this person is planting trees and saving the earth, while this person is chopping down a tree and there is carbon emission and pollution here. This is Mukilan's artwork based on the same concept. This side of the hand is good with trees everywhere in nature. This side is bad. Ariman, over to you for your painting. Over here, as you can see, this is an hourglass showing how the trees are running out because of pollution and we are cutting them down. And it shows how all of that's converted into pollution and buildings. And over here is the earth, and I'm showing with this black that is getting polluted. For our steam integration, Nadal, would you like to show yours, please?
Yeah, this is a sustainable house project I made. So this shows how you can use renewable energy. So there's a solar panel and a windmill. So the solar panel use the sunlight from the sunlight from the sun and power the house. It will convert the wind into electricity and power the house.
So for our music integration, we made a song and now we'll perform it for you.
Hey, we are the green defenders, defenders. We're gonna save the planet from pollution. Hey, we are the green defenders, defenders. We're gonna save us from global warming. Hey, we are the green defenders, defenders. We're gonna save the planet from carbon emission. Hey, we are the green defenders, defenders. We're gonna save the planet with recycling. Hey, we are the green defenders, defenders. Hey.
Now for our action, we handed out posters, spread awareness, and planted plants. Here you can see me spreading awareness in my community and planting plants. This is our poster over here. This is also Aryaman spreading awareness.
In this PYP exhibition, we developed all these skills, but in particularly balance, knowledgeable, and inquire. Balance because we balance our studies and sports. Inquire because we inquired into topics to know the problem, and knowledgeable when we inquired, we got knowledge.
We'd like to say a special thank you to our homeroom teacher, Miss Sneha, and to Michelle for helping us with our song, and lastly to Mr. Santosh for helping us with our website. Thank you, parents. Any parents, do you have any questions now? Please check our website also. Thank you.
My name is Angela Wabarafemi. Her name is Salma Balazi. His name is Nandakishore Pillai. Our topic is finding peace. Our central idea is finding peaceful solutions to conflict leads to a better quality of human life. Mind of inquiry one, causes of conflict local and global. So we looked into the causes of conflict locally and globally, and we also looked into the causes of conflict in families, workplace, and other organizations. For example, families. Conflict in families is actually caused by different beliefs and hurt feelings. Line of inquiry two, conflict resolution and management. How do people solve conflicts? By managing stress quick, quickly while remaining calm. LOI3, living and working together peacefully. Why do we work peacefully? So people can give their 100% output to their work or given task. Key conceptual connection. Form. What is conflict and conflict resolution? Conflict is a serious disagreement between two or more people, and conflict resolution is a way for two or more people to be able to resolve the problem. Function. What are the effects of conflicts? Conflicts usually cause damage of private and public assets, maimed or killed people too. Connection. How does this connect to the law or rules of today's world? The rules of the world are set by the IHL, International Humanitarian Law, which their work is used to maintain some humanity in armed conflicts. Change. How has gender inequality changed over time? Gender inequality has changed over the past half a century, 500 years, and there has been a change in warfare due to technological and military advancements. Responsibility. What is my responsibility in solving this issue? The most violated human right is equality. We can't do much in this issue, but all we can do is to reflect happiness, resolve conflicts, and always be kind and generous. Perspective. How can we change people's perspective? We can date back over 500 years ago that people's change of mind has been started. Attitudes to the world were have been changing. Causation. What causes conflict? Conflict causes competing goals, differences in philosophies, and personal differences. UN SDG Goal 16 is connected to our topic justice and poverty. Also the same with UAE SDG 17. On to, over to you, Nandru.
So, to get more into our subject, we created some questions which are: what are the strategies you use to solve conflicts between teachers and students in this academy? Second one is: have you been in a song conflict? How did you resolve it? Do you think COVID 19 is a biological war? Do you have authority to implement rules without verifying? So, we found out some interesting people who could give the correct answer to these questions, which was Mr. James, our principal, and Ms. Sharmista, our vice principal. So, we asked this question to Mr. James, and the answer was: what do you think conflict happens around the world? The answer was: conflict can happen when people don't listen to each other, when people have different opinions and they think don't to communicate effective enough because they don't know. And I think that's why conflict happen. Moving on to Ms. Sharmista, we asked the same questions. It was a little bit overwhelming with you showing all the conflicts in the school. It depends on the situation. It sometimes may be a little more effort. Sometimes it's very easy to solve. Teamwork is the key. Now, we had also some guest speakers come in. Their name was Mr. Vaji and Mr. Aryan from the world famous academy.
We asked them questions, they answered to it. They also made a wonderful PPT about our subject, which made us understand that war is just not something happens to affect lives, but for justice. Moving on to our integrations. For math integration, we sent out a survey into school. So two of the questions were, have you ever been in a strong conflict? Our options were yes, no, maybe. Yes was given by 6 people, which is 40%. No was given by 9 people, which was 60%. And maybe is 0. So next question was, do you think COVID-19 or such a virus are biological wars? So option was yes, no. 73 answered yes, which is 7 people, and 27% answered no, which was 7 people. Now moving on to our English integration, we made a poem on integration and in English integration, and we also made one our own symbol for the school with a dove, which is a symbol of peace. We also placed our academy's logo in between of the stomach. So now Angela, me, and Salma will be presenting you the poem.
We are one, we are one. We are one, we are one. I is competitive and executive. I is indefinite and insensitive. We are one, we are one. We are one, we are one. We is collaborative, we is positive, we is attractive and active. We are one, we are one. We are one, we are one. We spread creativeness, we spread festiveness, we educative and happiness. We are one, we are one. We are one, we are one.
Now to Salma for presenting our prototypes.
Okay, so we move on to the Lego models that we've created. This city is a happy city. Other city is a destroyed city. This city has a lot of happiness and very they're caring. And this city is they're like fighting and arguing about some stuff. And we move on to our force field, a magnetism force field. It's to so this magnetism will allow nothing to go through the UAE, and we have our art inspired by war and peace. The butterflies are peace, and the bomb is part of war. Over to you, Angelo.
Summarization. We learned that war is an armed conflict or an unarmed conflict between two or more people. And we also learned peace is harmony in the absence of violence. People have been wondering how peace could be established without war happening. So the search for peace has been older than war.
Now I'll show you some pictures inspired by war and peace. Thank you
Thank you.
thank you all the teachers who helped us. Special mention to our homeroom teacher, Miss Neha, our mentor, Miss Moiza, Mr. Isaac, our STEM teacher who helped me make the prototype of UEE, Mr. Santosh helping our website, Miss Cheryl for helping with our music. Thank you.
Thank you, viewers, for joining us this morning. We'll take a short 5-minute break before we have our next team present to you. Thank you.
Hi, we are the Gender Bias Group. Our theme is Sharing the Planet, and our topic is gender bias. We have chosen this topic because there are lots of conflicts that we would like to research and inquire further into.
What are our names?
My name is Yaj.
My name is Emma.
My name's Amaya.
My name's Bram.
My name is Erica.
And my name is Caitlin.
Did you know, on average, women only get paid 60 to 75% of what men get paid in most countries?
Our central idea is peaceful conflict resolution leads to a better way of life. We chose this because it's connected to our topic, gender bias.
Our UN Sustainable Goal is number 5, gender equality, because it links to our topic, gender bias, and it links to our lines of inquiry, which are what is gender bias and how does it affect people? What is the main cause of gender bias, and how people form perspectives on different genders. They also link to our key concepts, which are
Our key concepts are change, causation, and perspective. We chose them because they're related to our LOIs.
We recently did an interview with a feminist in India named Ms. Ruchi. We mainly discussed our opinion on the future of gender inequality.
We did a survey on Cahoots with the classes 4B and 5C. We figured out that the kids in 4C were less stereotypical than the kids in 5C because in some scenarios they were more stereotypical.
Through our 6 weeks of research, we have researched about the causes of gender bias, our 3 key concepts, different reactions to gender bias, and stereotypical surveys. Some of the problems we have encountered while researching about gender inequality are
bullying and cyberbullying. We've also seen people stereotyping other people's clothes and what they do.
one of our solutions are gender-neutral bathrooms. In this type of bathroom, there will obviously be more privacy, but I don't see a reason they shouldn't use the same sinks to wash their hands. Some of the global links we have looked into are
In India, a lot of women don't apply for jobs because traditionally they're supposed to stay home and cook and clean for the family.
in China, as an old tradition, women would have arranged marriages with men they've never met or have never known.
In Sri Lanka, 20% of women are targeted of violence.
In the Netherlands in the 1600s, women would be tortured or enslaved if they didn't wear the traditional clothing.
In South Africa, people are starting to believe that it is unsafe for women to go out and they must stay at home and cook. In Russia, there is a lot of gender discrimination, especially to women and children. Some of the actions that we have decided to take are raising awareness by selling cookies and donating all the money to a women and children's charity, where the money can hopefully help some women and children. Another action that we took is playing a few games with the KGs and year ones. The games that we played is we gave them cards and we had them separate the colored cards into different groups, girl, boy, or both. And then we gave them a brief explanation of what gender inequality was, and we had them retry. For our local links, we're trying to spread awareness by donating to charities and helping people who have experienced gender bias overall.
Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do you have any questions?
We'd like to give a special thanks to our homeroom teacher, Mr. Podrick, and our mentor, Mr. Ben.
Short break for 5 minutes, and we request you to stay on, and we'll join you in a short while. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. We would like to be known as a sustainable living team. First off, we would like to thank all of you for taking your time into watching us presentate. My name is Talia S.
My name is Talia H.
My name is Hilda.
And I'm Cassandra.
Our theme is sharing the planet, and our central idea is leading a more sustainable lifestyle. Now let's waste no more time and hand the mic over to Talia H.
The reason why we've chosen leading a more sustainable lifestyle as our central idea is because we thought it was an important and relevant topic to discuss with our peers, and we thought that we need to spread the message about it.
And now for our ATL skills. Our ATL skills are to be a communicator, a thinker, and an inquirer. And now for my dear friend Hilda to say the lines of inquiry.
Our lines of inquiry is: what is the human impact on sustainability, reuse, reduce, and recycle in our everyday lives, and what's the problem with fast food, fast fashion, and waste?
Regarding the human impact on sustainability, the human impact on sustainability is the influence humans have over sustainability itself, and it can be both positive or negative. Humans can influence it with just a single thought, which is why it's so important.
Why is recycling important? Recycling is important because all the waste goes to landfills, and landfills take a big part of the world. Already, half of the world has been filled with waste, so we need to start recycling.
What is the problem with fast food and fast fashion? What is fast food? Fast food refers to food that can be prepared and served quickly. Fast food can come from places such as sit-down restaurants, counter service, takeout, drive-through, and delivery. Fast food is popular because the food is inexpensive, convenient, and it tastes good. Why is fast food harmful to the environment? Eating fast food threatens the environment in so many ways that we might not even be aware of it. The transportation, packaging, and emissions of volatile organic compounds. What is fast fashion? Fast fashion is a design, manufacturing, and marketing method focused on rapidly producing high volumes of clothing. What is the problem with fast fashion? Among the environmental impact on fast fashion are the depletion of non-renewable sources, emission of greenhouse gases, and the use of massive amounts of water and energy. Our key concepts are change, causation, and responsibility. What is change? Change is when our actions act different over time. For example, when we used to grow crops in our garden and make home-cooked meals, whilst now most people eat fast food all the time. What is causation? Causation is why things occur. For example, waste damages our planet because it includes chemicals.
What is responsibility? Responsibility is acknowledging the things you've done in the past and taking action. For example, being aware of the environmental impact humanity has caused and trying to undo it.
Our UN goal is responsible consumption and production. The reason why we chose it is because it links to our topic and our lines of inquiry. For our action, we have decided to donate clothes to charity. Here we have some examples for clothes we can donate. We have a whole box full of clothes to donate. Thank you.
And we also have a survey that you could scan anytime. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, parents.
Any questions?
Thank you, girls, for teaching us about a sustainable lifestyle. Thank you, parents, for joining us. We take another short break for 5 minutes and then we meet you again. Thank you.
compounds? Well, there are three main things: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So we can use plastic, reusable bags instead of plastic bags because they're really good for the environment and they don't work as easily. Now for our action. The action was very important to us as we wanted to save the ocean. So we had come up with four things. We participated in the Adidas Run for the Ocean Challenge, where for every 1 kilometer you run, walk, or cycle, Adidas will take out 10 pieces of plastic from the ocean. And we are making sure to take out more than 70 pieces of plastic. We have also made tie-dye reusable bags. We made a pledge that we will use these instead of plastic bags. We have done a plastic collection around the school. We went to all the primary classes and collected some of their plastic so that we can recycle them. So we put up posters around the whole school to raise awareness about the plastic collection. We also went to grade 3 to tell them what's happening in the ocean, and we also gave them a quiz to make it fun for them. Now for the key concepts. This changes the plastic pollution as fish are eating it, then we eat the fish. Oil spills affect the ocean as the oil is not good for animals and may even get into their lungs. This will affect their breathing. Some countries have made changes. In the UK, you have to pay for plastic bags. There's a shop called Concepts in the UAE where you have to pay for plastic bags. Our second key concept is causation. Why is the ocean being polluted? The ocean is being polluted because of the plastic we use every day. The plastic spoils the beauty of the ocean and harms the marine animals. Over 8 million pieces of plastic enters the ocean every year. There are different plastics, like bottles and wrappers. Plastic does not only pollute the ocean, but also oil and overfishing. The oil harms the marine life as well as overfishing. Our third key concept is responsibility. Who was responsible? All of us own the ocean, but none of us do. It's a puzzle. When ships were developed so that they could transport humans across the globe, the governments that stand for people like you, the ocean's owners, agreed that no one owned the ocean. The EPA, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, helps the U.S. government with international marine pollution issues. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Any questions? Thank you, Mr. Baldrick and Ms. Tyra and Mr. Benji and Dr. Missing. We will now get the other group ready.
Hello? Yeah. Check. Check. Your body, guys. Hello? Check. Yeah. Yes, miss. Hi, we are the six from Mars. Let me introduce you to the team. My name is Mikhail and I'm from Sri Lanka. मेरा नाम है Ryan and I'm from Pakistan. أنا اسمي لجين من مصر.
Mi nombre es Sofía y soy de México.
Adam i jestem z Polski.
Mein Name ist Anton und ich komme von Deutschland. Our theme is sharing the planet. We chose this theme because we humans are destroying Earth with pollution and global warming. If we continue to do this, we might end up going to a new planet. And the planet we chose is Mars.
Our central idea is managing to live on Mars.
We thought about the different questions we had about our central idea and discussed what we already knew and shared our information.
First line of inquiry is history of space travel, which relates to the key concept function.
We chose function because we wanted to know how space travel works and what the history of it is.
Our second line of inquiry is sustaining life on Mars, which relates to the key concept form.
Unfortunately, we cannot survive without water, food, or oxygen. So we need to sustain the supply of oxygen, food, and water.
Human survival on Mars will require living in artificial Mars habitats with complex life support systems. One key aspect of this will be water processing systems.
Our last line of inquiry is surviving in extreme environment, which relates to the key concept change.
We chose change because we humans want to know what is going on Mars day by day. We know that humans need water, air, and food. We also know that they need the right temperature. If it's too cold, we need to keep the body insulated with extra layers of cloth. If it's too hot, we need to cool the body down. Shade and keeping hydrated are extremely important for this. Humans will need to adapt and learn from the extreme environments on Earth if we are going to survive on Mars. Our action is to make code robots and make them build structures on Mars. So when we arrive on Mars, we can start planting and farming to make food and water.
Here is a little example of a robot that we coded that will set up a satellite and send signals back to Earth.
Our robot can regard information and resources.
Rovers will help us gather obstacles and build houses and grow plants. We also planned on building giant 3D printers here on Earth so that we can send them to Mars, and maybe they could create rovers so that we don't always need to bring them from Earth to Mars. As well as the 3D printers, we can make houses, hospitals, and transportation. We have more information on our website. Have a look, and if you have any questions, use our feedback page to get in touch. Thank you for listening. And now we'll take a 5 minute break for the Humane Society to prepare.
Did you know over 10 million animals are abused per year? Hi, my name is Safe, and we're the wolf pack. Our theme is sharing the planet. Our central idea is creating a more human society. Our lines of inquiry are background of animal abuse, changes in animal rights, people's responsibility towards animal cruelty. Our actions are, 1 minute, institution change and perspective. Now, our goal is goal 15, land on life. Life on land, sorry. I'll pass the mic over to Emmanuel. He will take us through our lines of inquiry.
Would you like to be in a world where there's no animals? If you were captured and tested on, how would you feel? Hi, my name is Emmanuel. What is animal abuse? Animal abuse, which is also called animal cruelty and animal neglect, is when people hurt animals by beating them, killing them, poisoning them, testing them, and many more. Many companies abuse animals for medicinal and cosmetic purposes. One animal is abused every minute. 97% of cruelty comes from farms, and China has the greatest number of animal abuse cases reported, as it shows right here. Here's some laws that protect animals. The Animal Welfare Law, number 2. The Humane Slaughter Act, and number 3, the Endangered Species Act. In the UAE, the punishment of abusing an animal is 2 years imprisonment, have to pay 200,000 dirhams fine, and their pets will be taken away. Now Gabriel will speak about the action.
Hi, my name is Gabriel, and today I'm going to explain you the action about animal abuse. Why should we care? We care because all animals have the power to suffer like humans. What can we do? Oh, they feel pain, scared, and love. What can we do? We can adopt pets, rescue pets on street, teach children to be responsible for their own pets, and be responsible for your pet. What can we do? We can adopt. We the wolf pack, have made 3 actions. First, Safe's gonna tell the action.
I stopped going to the zoo because it's like watching animals in cage. This is not their home. They have no freedom. That's why I stopped going to the zoo, and they should release all animals from the zoo. It's like people watching you sitting in a cage, and that's not good. That's called animal cruelty. That's why we should ban all zoos and send all animals back to their home. Now I'll pass the mic to Emmanuel, and he will tell us his action.
My action is to change my diet because I mostly eat lots of meat, and animals are killed for meat and food, and which is not good. So I'll pass you to Gabriel to say his action.
I decided to stop buying products on tested animals. We also made a t-shirt and mask. We will sell it and give money to Pet Duty. Thank you.
And now we also made a globe, and this company doesn't support animal abuse. They make masks to stop animal abuse and give animal freedom. Now, thank you for listening to our PYB exhibition. Do you have any questions?
Wait, so we'll have to say a big thank you to Mr. Patrick our mentors, Miss Hannah and Miss Caroline, Miss Talia, and Miss Tyra for their time and for helping us with the exhibition. Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Hi, my name is Ayan. This is Hani, Zain, Ebenezer, Rohit, and Far. We are the forest fighters. Our transdisciplinary theme is sharing the planet. Our central idea is the exploitation of natural resources affects the planet, but our main focus is human impact on deforestation. Over to you, Tani.
Hi, my name is Tehani, and I'll be explaining why we chose our central idea. We chose it because it was a real serious problem in the world and it has not been told enough about. Many people do not know the effects of deforestation, but that is one of the reasons why we chose our central idea, to spread awareness of the effects of deforestation. We have chosen 3 lines of inquiry and ATL skills, and Zain will talk about that.
Hi, I'm Zain, and as Tahani correctly said, I'll be speaking about the lines of inquiry and ATL skills. We've chosen 3 topics to focus on under the umbrella of our main focus, deforestation. Our first line of inquiry is forests play an important role in our lives. Our second line of inquiry is the effects of deforestation on human life and the environment. And our third line of inquiry is the role of humans pertaining to conservation and preservation of our forests. We have split up into pairs to further research on our lines of inquiry. We have also written solutions and opinions on deforestation. We have used in many different ATL skills, but the ones we have used most are self-management skills, thinking skills, and research skills. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ebenezer, and I'm going to be talking about the key concept. The first key concept is function, which goes under our first line of inquiry, which is force playing an important role in our life. The second key concept is causation, which goes under our second line of inquiry, which is the effects of deforestation in human life and environment. The third key concept is responsibility, which goes under our third line of inquiry, which is the role of human towards conservation and preservation towards forests. Thank you.
I'm going to talk about our learner profile that we use in our PYP exhibition. We use communicators, thinkings, and inquirers. Now I'm going to hand over to Farooq to talk about our posters.
Thanks, Rohit. Hi, I'm Farooq and I'm going to be talking about the posters. The first poster that we have up here shows us a before and after of a forest. The second poster that we have next to it tells us to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Because if we have an eco-friendly environment, deforestation can finally be stopped. The third poster also tells us to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Because if we do oh no wait so I'm going to be telling you a piece of information written on that poster. It says that an average human uses up to 2 trees worth of paper products every single day. Now back to Rohit.
Now I'm going to talk about our model. Our model is representing how people cut down trees that could be harmful for earth and forest community. Because of deforestation, there are lots of natural disaster and disease that could be harmful for human and animal community. Now I'm going to hand over to Zain.
Thank you. Special thanks to Mr. Jack and Miss Sarah for supporting us throughout the course of our exhibition, and our mentor, Miss Priyanka, for helping us too, and everyone who has helped us in our survey. Thank you.
Now we will have a short 5-minute break for the next team to come up. Thank you.
Zain, Ebenezer, Rohit, and Farooq. We are the forest fighters. Our transdisciplinary theme is sharing the planet. Our central idea is the exploitation of natural resources affects the planet, but our main focus is human impact on deforestation.
Hi, my name is Tehani and I will be explaining why we chose our essential idea. We chose it because it was a real serious problem in the world and it has not been told enough about. Many people do not know the effects of deforestation, but that is one of the reasons why we chose our essential idea, to spread awareness of the effects of deforestation. We have chosen 3 lines of inquiry in AATL skills and Zain will talk about that.
Hi, I'm Zain, and as Tahani correctly said, I'll be speaking about the lines of inquiry in ATL skills. We have chosen 3 topics to focus on under the umbrella of our main focus, deforestation. Our first line of inquiry is, forests play an important role in our lives. Our second line of inquiry is, the effects of deforestation on human life and the environment. And our third line of inquiry is, the role of humans pertaining to conservation and preservation of our forests. We have split up into pairs to further research on our lines of inquiry and have also written solutions and opinions on deforestation too. We have used many different ATL skills, but the ones we have used most are self-management skills, research skills, and thinking skills. Over to you, Ebenezer.
Hi, my name is Ebenezer and I'm going to be talking about the key concepts. The first key concept is function, which goes under our first line of inquiry, which is forests play an important role in our lives. The second key concept is causation, which goes under our second line of inquiry, which is the effects of deforestation on human life and environment. The third key concept is responsibility, which goes under our third line of inquiry, which is the role towards conservation and preservation towards forests. Now to Rohit.
Now I'm going to talk about our learner profile that we use in our PYP exhibition. We use communicators, thinkers, and inquirers. Now I'm going to hand over to Farooq to talk about our posters.
Thanks, Rohit. Hi, I'm Farooq and I'm going to be talking about the posters. The first poster that we have, which is up there, tells us shows us a before and after of a forest. The second poster that we have, which is next to it, tells us to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Because if we do, we'll have an eco-friendly environment and deforestation can finally be stopped. The third poster also tells us to reduce, reuse, and recycle, and I'm going to be telling you one piece of information written on it. It says that an average human uses up to 2 trees worth of paper products every single day. Now back to Rohit.
Now I'm going to talk about our model. Our model is representing how people cut down trees that could be harmful for earth and forest community. Because of deforestation, there are lots of natural disaster and disease that could be harmful for human and animal community. I hand over to Zine.
Rohit, special thanks to Mr. Jack and Miss Sarah for helping us and supporting us throughout the PIP exhibition, and our mentor, Miss Priyanka, for guiding us, and everyone who's helped us in our survey. Thank you. Before the next group starts, we will now have a short 5-minute break. Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
My name is Anvita, and this is Arish, Noe, Yoven, and Arhan. Over the past month, me and my group have been working on a PYP exhibition here at Ambassador International Academy. Our theme is Sharing the Planet. We chose human rights and access to justice because we want to know more about it and gain more knowledge as it is a current and relevant topic. Over the past month, we've been researching, communicating, and being inquirers for this presentation today. The ATL skills we've used in this exhibition are thinkers, social, and research, and the key concepts we have used in this exhibition are function, reflection, and form. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arish, and today I'm going to be introducing you to our lines of inquiry. So, our first line of inquiry is to understand that autism is not a disability, it's a different ability. And why we chose that line of inquiry is because not many people know about autism, so we wanted to spread awareness. Our second line of inquiry is exploring how religious faiths are treated differently. And why we chose that line of inquiry is because we feel terrible when someone's discriminating our religion, so we wanted to stop it. The third line of inquiry is to understand the history of racism and justice. And why we chose that line of inquiry is because our whole central idea is based on rights and justice. Now I'm gonna be introducing you to our ideas. So for spreading awareness, we made a survey on our website, and the results of the survey are. So in total, our survey got 58 responses. And the first question was, do you think autistic people have equal rights to justice? So the majority of the people said yes, which is 62% of people. Second question, when did autism start? So the correct answer was 1911, and 44% of people got that correct. Third question, do you think it is right that religious faiths are treated differently? So the majority of the people said no, which is 61% of people. Fourth question, were you ever treated differently on your skin color or your nationality? So the majority of the people said yes, which is 65% of people. Fifth question, do you think people with autism are deliberately uncooperative? So the majority of the people said no, which is 75% of people. Now I'm going to be talking about the attractive models. So the attractive model number one is the box of remembrance. As you can see there, it's called as box of remembrance of Martin Luther King Jr. in which there's some information in the middle about Martin Luther King Jr. and there are pictures stuck around it. Now I'm going to be talking about an attractive model too. So we 3D printed a fist to support the movement of Black Lives Matter, as you can see there. Now I'm going to be talking about our posters. So the first poster, as you can see up here, is about autism, and the one below that is about Black Lives Matter. And these three posters, as you can see here, so the first one is about sharing the planet and the central ideas. The second one's about the freedom fighters of racism, and the third one's about the lines of inquiry. Over to you, Noe. Thank you.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Noé. Today I'm going to be talking about autism. Autism is when people have problem mentally or physically. I think they should be treated equally as other people. I think we should make friends with them so they can forget all people that make fun of them. Um, did you know 1 in 160 children have ASD? Thank you.
My name is Jovan, and I'm going to be telling you about the history of racism and justice. Centuries ago, the people of Europe split into colonies. Those colonies took over land. The natives of the land that they took over were colored as the leaders of the colonies were white. This started racism. Over here in this photo, you can see that we're taking the knee in honor of George Floyd, and we're showing our support to the Black Lives Matter movement. Many sportsmen women take the knee before sports matches. On Sunday, a huge sports event started, uh, and before every single match, the players and the staff will take the knee. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Arhan, and today I'm going to be speaking about Judaism and Islamic discrimination. First, I'm going to be speaking about Judaism. Judaism is a 4,000-year-old religion. They have 15 million followers. They believe in Torah, which is their religious text written in Hebrew, which is one of the oldest Abrahamic languages. Jews are targeted because of their strong and wealthy groups. Jews are discriminated because of their religious beliefs. Did you know Jews make up less than 1% of the population, yet experience anti Semitism, which is basically discrimination against Jews, in 85 countries? Now I'm going to be speaking about Islamic discrimination. Islam in Arabic means submission to the will of God. Followers of Islam are called Muslims. They believe in one God named Allah. Islamophobia, which literally means intense dislike, hatred, or fear of Muslims, and results in Muslims being victims of attacks only because of their religion. This all started rising since the 9/11 attack, where terrorist attacks happened in US because on September 11, 2001. Did you know Islam is the second most popular religion in the world, which is approximately 1.8 billion followers and was discriminated in 121 countries between 2006 and 2010. This is extremely appalling. In my opinion, if this continues, there will be a lot of conflicts that will occur worldwide. People won't trust each other, and the world will be heading into chaos. A solution to this could potentially be you could go out and protest, and you could make a campaign about spreading awareness and spread it with your community or on social media or a platform which is popular. This is my personal experience. Being a Muslim myself, having non Muslim neighbors, friends, people around me, I'm very glad that I'm not discriminated because of my religion. Yet, but I've seen some heartbreaking stories in articles, newspapers, TV shows, and I've heard stories from my grandparents and parents, and it's extremely heartbreaking to see people discriminating our own kind only because of caste, skin color, religion, race, origin. I hope you could relate to this message, and let's try to make the world a better place. Thank you.
We would like to thank our teacher, Mr. Jack, our mentor, Miss Vicky, Mr. Benji, Mr. Santosh, Mr. Isaac, and Miss Neha for helping us throughout this exhibition. Thank you for listening.
Now we'll take a small.
Do you have any questions? Oh, okay, thank you.
Now we will take a
Good morning. My name is Dylan, and we're from Grade 5C at Ambassador International Academy. Over the past month, we have been working on our exhibition project with the central idea being sharing the planet. Me and my friends will be talking about the human impact on marine life, which we have been inquiring into this to have us ready today.
Good afternoon. My name is Abe, and I'm going to be talking about the two lines of inquiries. The first line of inquiry that I'm going to be talking about is to be able to understand how phytoplankton bloom affects the ocean. Phytoplankton bloom is a microscopic algae cell. It starts in ponds, rivers, seas, and oceans. It takes up lots of space, and it doesn't just affect the fish that live in it. It also releases toxic and dangerous chemicals on humans and many other creatures. The second line of inquiry that I'm going to be talking about is phytoplankton bloom. Phytoplankton, the second line of inquiry that I'm going to be talking about is water pollution. Water pollution is caused by toxic waste, rubbish, and trash. When it's thrown into the ocean, it doesn't just affect fish, it destroys its environment and its home. And then it'll keep happening over and over again until it's too late and we can't do anything about it. That's why me and my group have been studying and researching ways to reduce the amount of plastic that's being thrown into the ocean. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Jaden, and I'm going to be talking about one of our lines of inquiry, which is overfishing. Overfishing started in the 1800s and continued on to be a major threat around the world. Due to overfishing, many fish species such as salmon and tuna are going extinct. Also, this may also have an effect on coral reefs, as without fish, coral reefs cannot perform its daily functions. And also, this may also have an effect on humans, as humans, without fish, we cannot eat. And if we keep on overfishing, there will be no fish in 35 years. I believe that a solution for this is if we increase the fish price, if we increase the price of fish, and if we reduce the amount of fish we catch. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my name is Yahya. We have created two 3D models. Model number 1 shows a polluted ocean, and model number 2 shows a healthy ocean. Model number 1 also represents how the ocean has changed over the years, and model number 2 represents an ocean where you don't have to worry about algae or overfishing. Model number 1 also shows how fish eat plastic on a daily basis. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Els, and I'll be talking about the key concepts in ATL skills. Our key concepts are causation, change, and function. We use those because we wanted to know more about how the sea performs its day functions every single day till the past years. The past years, it has been changing, and people have been causing pollution and overfishing, and we wanted to know how that started. Now, to move on to our ATL skills, which are reflection, form, and causation. We're using those because we wanted to reflect on our work and see how it has been going and how we keep doing more at and more from our teachers and for this for causation, we wanted to know what causes all of the things in the ocean to happen, and on how to make that a better way to make the ocean clean, and how to perform its daily functions that it used to do before.
Good morning. My name is Rukaya from grade 5C. Over the past month, we as a group have gone to research about the things we didn't know about human impacts on marine life. We came together and made a mind map about the information we know and the things that we researched on. We as a group believe that overfishing may lead to fish extinction and financial losses. The Mediterranean Sea, which is the most overfished water body in the world, is left with 62% of its livestock placed. If overfishing continues, our seafood may go extinct and ecosystems may collapse. We as a group think the way to stop overfishing is to limit the way that we fish to a lower number. And we need more pescatarians to build more human impact on marine life. Thank you.
Huge thank you to Mr. Jack and Miss Chloe, our mentor, and the teachers who helped us throughout our exhibition. Thank you.
Do you have any questions for the exhibition? Thank you very much.
Parents, I'd just like to say a huge, big thank you to all of the students who've participated today. You have been absolutely amazing. And I'd like you to give yourselves a round of applause. I know the parents were watching. We are so proud as a school to see what you've achieved. And thank you also to the teachers, to the mentors, to the teaching assistants, to Ms. Talia, to the team here who've organized this today with the FaceTime Live and the Instagram Live. It's been an incredible exhibition. I know the students will never, ever forget it. Thanks to our photographer as well. I'm an extremely proud principal, and you have been amazing students. Give yourself a huge round of applause, firstly. Secondly, all parents have received the QR code on the poster, and on that QR code now are the websites of all the different projects. So they're all on there, along with all the other information about the exhibition. So I look forward to your feedback when you go in and you look at what the students have created, because it goes far beyond the presentations that they've done today. Thank you ever so much, and hopefully this time next year, I'll be looking at all the parents in the audience, but I really do appreciate your support, and I know the children do as well, and so do the teachers and the teaching assistants and everybody. Thank you very much. See you later.